Right. Make sure everything's working again. Test. Make sure this works. Test. Make sure this works. Okay, it should be. Go ahead and copy. Start sending things out. Go away, you. Where is... There we go. Make sure all this goes out. Alright, that should do it for now. Alright, still got a couple of minutes. There we go. That go for just a minute while I grab myself some munch on. go ahead and switch over to the actual game. Let's make sure YouTube is capturing audio. Let's make sure YouTube is capturing audio. Okay, it should be. Let's make sure YouTube is capturing audio. Let's do this a different way. I need to make sure that this is working correctly. Okay, looks like it is. So, this is Gunfire Reborn. And honestly, I really like this art style, it's kind of cool. And as you can tell, I've been playing for a while. That's the stuff. But I have not played with this character before. Mostly just because I've never really gotten around to playing with him. I have leveled him up a little bit. I haven't really figured out how to play him. Albai, or Albai? I'm not really sure with some of these names. Mostly just because I think it is... Well, I know it's Chinese themed, but I don't know if the names themselves are Chinese or if it's translated. I have absolutely no idea. So, we're gonna do... let's try the daily challenge. Normally, cannot discard, of course. Greatly decreased enemies' HP. No buns, and I get 1 extra resurrection. 50% chance to revive, that's nice. But as I have no idea how to play as Albai, I will switch to someone I do regularly play as, which is Lee. Because of course I do. She's Fox, of course I'm going to play as her. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Now this is a roguelike style game. And of course, it's not going to be easy by any means. Especially not at the beginning. So let's see. It gave me 2 scrolls. Convert all... Okay, so I don't have shields or armor. It immediately goes straight into health. And my max H... What? Now, how do these 2 work? I can't have double shield or armor because it converts everything over. So I have 1 HP and that's it. Alright, what weapons are we gonna... Alright, let's see here. Yes, clear calling is always fun. Base damage for it. For 3 enemies for defeating enemies with fire damage. More damage for that. Light blade. And the jackpot. So lightning blast is fun because of how it actually works. So he launches a force field sphere and any projectile going through it, 50% lucky chance, and 100% effective range of firing. And the jackpot's just kind of a fun gun, because it'll randomly affect stack bonuses later on when you're playing. Alright, let's hope we don't die in 10 seconds. Oh, they have 1 health too! Isn't that nice? So as long as I stay out of their line of fire, we should be okay. Nope. What do you got for me, buddy? Oh, that's a great gun. But I kind of like... Why are you in Chinese? Let me switch guns here. Give me that. Fresh. Cavalry, prism. Prism's fun. Basically, it's a kunai, but it does corrosion damage and it bounces all over the place. But I think I'll stick to what I got. Now this gun's called the Forge. It has infinite ammo, but it's also the lowest gun you'll ever get. And by that I mean, whatever the combination between these two, their level, it will automatically take the lowest level. But with certain upgrades, it becomes a cannon of death. And on this ground run, it is kind of nice having infinite ammo. Just if I get this thing up to max 3. So I'm not entirely sure what the highest base you can get is, because I've never reached it. 10 is kind of the max you get in a normal run. But if you're playing Reincarnation, which will continually let you play until you go down, you can keep upgrading the weapons pretty much as far as you want. So we do need to be careful, because we have 1 health and they have 1 health. Kind of like that. And this is an endgame area, so these enemies are a lot more fierce than they are normally. Not right now. I'll keep this. Oh boy. Nope, you stay way the hell over there. Yeah, immortal means that even if you kill them up until that fuse runs out, they will not die. You know, immortality at a price. And normally they're not too big of a challenge. But when you only have 1 health, you kind of want to stay away from things that'll drop you. Although with this challenge, there would be one weapon that would be incredibly useful if I could get my hands on it. But I don't know if it'll let me. Essentially is a homing weapon. Yeah, I'll recycle that. There's a cool little dragon holding a vase. Damn it! Ah, the penguins got me. I mean, the highest damage I did was actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and try... just go with a new adventure. Let's go matchmaking nightmare. Just see if anything shows up. Bot teammates in, I am going to take you out. And I'm going to switch. You know, I've never played this guy before. But essentially he's like pure melee. I guess I have... really. Robot teammate. See, if I'm going pure melee, I want somebody to back that up. Yeah, sure. Crown Prince. I guess we'll see if it makes anybody in. Probably not. And we're going to go ahead and start. Me and one bot teammate, and I have no idea how I'm playing with this character. So this is the normal one. So this will just be a fairly normal run to start with. I'll take the rouge-lite. If it's a lightning sword, it's fun. Okay, let's see here. Here's plus 60, cast all to enter fist stance, restore all HP. Immune to control, can cast strikes, manually exit. Cost all vigor and restore all HP. Cloudbind seal, cast a spell seal, explodes immediately on hitting an enemy. Well, I guess we will see what happens there. But we're going to stick to the foundry until we get some actual ammunition. And every map has vaults you can go into for challenges, extra weaponry, or just better rewards. That's what that does. What have we got? A bunch recover full health. Guess you do got buns. Oh, I basically turned into a much bigger guy and just punch. And what do we got? It's one recovery per second. Seal hits an enemy. Let's go with this. Can't go wrong with extra health. That's why I like the Crowd Prince. You can literally just stun lock things into a ball. One enemy at a time, generally. Challenges do get a lot harder later on. I'm not sure if ancient China knew what skateboards were. I'm trying to figure out what this does. Resource capacity, enhanced state. Oh, restores weapon skill resource while moving. So when it says 3 times, it means 3 of those bars on the side. Okay, these chests, you give something up and you get something back if you have that ability. So let's go ahead and get some cash. Ooh, I do like that gun. And like we saw earlier with the goblets, you get a chance to upgrade one of 3 randomly selected traits. Seriously? First time I've ever had the Volt right there. Oh good, it's a trickle. Alright. It's a trap ball. Did? Let's see. Faster nearest an enemy, yes. Great for mobs. Now most characters do only have one dash at a time. This guy has two, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, I need to figure this out. Critical chance increased. Okay, that's all that means. And I'm hoping Red joins me tonight for this. I do love that one of the weapons is literally just a brick. And honestly, the brick starts doing a lot of damage later on. Strike Wing, kind of nice. Also kind of a useless one early on. What do you got in there by refresh? Another screen? Yes. Let's go with that. Because corrosion damage is always fun. And once this thing gets enough charges. Okay, what do you got, chest? Yes, I will give you money, and you will give me more health. Slash! Wide-scale corrosion slash. Yeah, it's probably not nearly as effective to go up against corrosion with corrosion, but don't care. Alright, let's go ahead, upgrade that. You can only do 3 enhancements per guy, per craftsman. Restores 5 vigor on hit. Basically, you just keep punching stuff and you're good. Every stage has a last end boss at the end. That's a possibility of 1 of 2. There we go. Now we're up against an actual mini boss. Punch everything. And now we'll go back to normal. That very obviously is not working. There we go. That's a nice crit. Golden bow, yes. The golden bow is a lot of fun. You draw the golden bow, it automatically tells you where the enemy's weak spot is. Generally, it's the head, but there are some enemies where it's not. What do we got? Conversion pulse. Going shot. I'll go with that. Conversion pass is a pretty good idea. And thanks to the one person who's sticking around for this. Now horse heads are a little interesting because you actually do have to get behind them or cause some damage. There we go, Foundry Blessing. That's what I'm after. Foundry Blessing essentially turns the Foundry into a death trap for any enemies. So it can defeat normal enemies directly, or by dealing true damage, which essentially just means damage bypassing their health and armor. Now the Foundry has chances to one-shot enemies. Like that. It can't one-shot bosses, though. That would make things too easy. But it can one-shot these little minions. Gain vigor for the fame that hits enemies. Or increase. Yeah, we'll go ahead and increase this thing's damage. No, I don't need that. In fact, we are going to cycle it. Now you don't start with recycling, you do have to level up to it in the traits menu. And by that I mean traits that go across all characters every game. Okay, we're up against the golem. Give it an etching. Higher lucky shot chance. Alright. What do you got? Nothing I really need. That's what it means by highlighting? Playing for a while, so a lot of my abilities are pretty leveled up, which is why I'm able to handle the first boss pretty easily. Yes, we will have more damage. And no, the bot can't pick up any weapons. Merciless Strike. I can replace it later. The only thing you can never get rid of are Cursed Scrolls. But you can get another scroll to cancel out Cursed Scrolls. And then another one after that, if you can find it, will increase the amount of damage you do per Cursed Scroll you have. So you can have a setting or a build where you have Cursed Scrolls and another scroll that nullifies all of those Cursed Scrolls' abilities. And then a third one that will increase your damage based on how many Cursed Scrolls you have that are no longer affecting you. Like I said, Lucky Shot, I'm pretty sure is the red numbers up there. Now I'm going to say, because I'm playing with one bot, there's not that many enemies. The more people who play with you, the more enemies there are. Wrong with Corrosion. So now I unleash a pulse that does corrosion damage around me every few seconds. It's generally just a good idea to destroy items around and find stuff. Again, the reason I'm doing so much damage is because this bow does more damage when you hit the critical point. On top of Lucky Shot, which increases how much damage, or my chance of getting Lucky Shot with critical hits. lucky shot essentially makes it so that you do a lot more damage. Let's go see what this chest has. What do you got for me? I'll just get it first. Use fire every 6 seconds. So now I have, let's see, fire and corrosion both being released every 6 seconds. And it increases damage for every ascension level I have with a hero. So I have an additional, let's see, 5, 100. I do an additional 500 damage to any enemy that's within range of it every 6 seconds. I think because I grabbed them at 2 different times, the pulses are essentially interchanging. Let's see, the Rainbow Arc. It's alright. Storm Chaser is kind of fun when you're a melee build. But I'm going to recycle them both. There we go, Elite Assassin is fun. Now I do extra damage for every elite and boss I kill. Which if you're doing the reincarnation run, which is essentially endless mode, yeah, you can get really high up with that. Why the hell is this in Chinese? I have no idea. The latest patch might have messed something up. It's only just that one gun, too. That's really interesting. Yeah, after generating Shadowbind. I'm not gonna lie, the first couple areas are kind of easy. There are bosses that will absolutely destroy you. At this point, and the next boss. If it's one of the two I absolutely dread fighting. Does corrosion damage, sure. This one's essentially a shotgun. But corrosion is a little more useful. Maybe because it's better against bosses. Corrosion works against armor. Shock works against shields. Fire works against health. Alright, what do you got? One random ammo, yes. Oh, the Bone Dragon. I do love that gun. But I've got the golden bow. I do love the big hippo, but I don't have the scroll I want to use with it. Because otherwise its ammunition depletion is very problematic. This. Type converts into corrosion, yes. Killing an enemy with critical hits deals weapons damage to any enemies within 10 meters. Oh, and the base damage increase. 100% after making 2 critical hits in a row with a weapon that you can see the critical spots. Pretty sure this bow just became godly. Remember, I'm still playing on, it's a Wii difficulty we're playing on here? Not the highest difficulty. Nowhere near the highest. The highest difficulty comes with a bunch of additional stuff you can kind of mess around with. You know, honestly, that's kind of why I like the puppets. They do point things out a little bit more. Especially if you're playing on your own. Let's go ahead and see what that does. Because again, this is not a character I play with really all that often. Like, this is my first time using this particular character. You know, Blue's not even one of the first bosses. Helps if I can hit the target. Thank you, Crown Prince. You're proving to be useful. Okay, so you probably all figured out by now. Coins buy stuff. What's the green one for? Well, that is for if you go down, you have to spend it to revive. And the cost increases every time you drop. As well as the amount of time shortens before you can be revived, or when you can be revived. So if you go down a few times, your revival window gets very, very short. Luckily, the bot does prioritize picking you back up. It's like 2 scrolls to be ineffective. I don't have any curse scrolls. I'm kind of amazed I have yours at all right now. Down you go. I'm also thinking I should play GTFO again at some point. But I'm also the only person in the group who has that game. I'm not going to make Red buy it. And I'm not sure how many of the other homies even have the patience to play that game. Because it is a very cooperative, not a run and gun shooter. Well, it's hardly a shooter. How am I missing you? Where'd the other one go? No. Punch time. Because I can. And because I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the hell Rage Mode actually does. And recycle that. Wait, how did you guys get there? Oh. I see what you're doing. Okay. I'm honestly amazed I haven't taken a whole lot of damage yet. There you are. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just running up and punching shit. even deal with the Argus. I am going to come over to you, though. Because like I said, the forge gun takes whatever your lowest weapon is. So it's good to kind of keep them balanced, just to keep that up. Just give me additional health during that mode. And we haven't run into any Gemini weapons yet. That's later on. But I'm screwed over by one very specific boss that can show up as a Didn't think I was going to penetrate him that hard. Even when you're playing well, you gotta keep an eye on your surroundings. I'll take Enduring Caster. And now we will go here. Okay, it's a boss I am actually perfectly fine fighting. He's kind of an asshole, but he's not nearly as bad as the other. What you got? Immune to all damage 1 second after swapping. Claw spray, not that great. Well, I mean, it can be. The dual fang is fun if you have the other scroll I was talking about before. There's a scroll that will fire all the ammunition out of your reserve instead of your magazine before it starts draining your magazine's ammunition. So like with this, it would take so much. You would fire that 823 rounds before it even touches the 90 rounds in the magazine. I will take that though. Oh, talisman. Ah, +4? You know what? Screw it. Give me that. May have reduced my forge down to a +4, but these are fun because you can change their element type. And corrosion is what we're going to need right now. Because we're up against a giant sandworm. Now, why call the Ichthyosaur offspring? I don't have a clue! What the? Thank you, bot. I have no idea. Break my health that fast. Fire! thing I do like with this is you can, like, fall over your teammate. Get up. I can use my revive button. Yeah, you get one chance at revival using those jade pieces. I'm surprised that worked. I am very surprised that that actually worked out nearly as well as it did. Alright, what do we got with you? Store 10 Vigor on hit. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, so if I go down and he's nowhere near me, I'm essentially screwed. Because you can only revive yourself once using those little soul fragments. I'm trying to remember what they're actually called. Oh, soul essence. Soul essences. Now we're back to being able to handle, Now I'll punch you. Mostly because I keep hitting the wrong button. I want to use Q instead of F, but I keep hitting F instead because I've been playing too much Space Marine. Yes. Every 6th shot, yes. Well, the only problem is counter reset when reloading, and some of these weapons don't really do reloading. Like this. And yes, this one is better than the talismans, just because it's faster. But it can do the same thing. And multi-hit. So what it does is, as it hits enemies, it will stack damage onto them. And then the alternate, you can damage all of them at once. It'll take base damage, I think it's timed whatever the stack is. them. Get spread around, and then bam! I do not like those octopus gunners because they are very high health. Get a curse scroll. Curse scroll. Upgrade selected weapon by 3. Yes. You. So now it's level 8. And I have Stubborn Stance. Let's see what that did to me. Stubborn Stance. Unable to pick up shared occult scrolls from teammates. Or share occult scrolls with teammates. That's fine. Because my teammate is a bot. They can't pick up anything I put down anyway. So that really has no effect. Yeah, Sunder's okay. Higher difficulty, these octopuses are a nightmare. They do a lot of damage fast, and they are very difficult to put down. Multiplayer would be great if I had lead, because then fire damage greatly increased with her. I'm not using Lee, I'm using this guy over here. I don't know why I want to call him Little Joe. And we'll increase attack power for when I go into rage mode. Yeah, Soul Essence is what those are. Hello, Ghost. Okay. Especially like that you can actually cancel the bow pull with this. There's a lot of games you can't. Once you pull that string, you're screwed. You gotta fire it off. So I'm very glad for the games that allow you to basically just put it down. White Shark's kind of a pain. They pull you into attack. Corrupt Monks are perfectly fine with it. They create those little lanterns, but they stay at a distance. They're not a giant pain in the ass to fight. The other monks, however, are, because they put up giant spike ball walls that you can't shoot through. And you'll often won't even know we're there until they're like right in front of you. There is actually a little bit of drop with the bow. Not much, there is a little. Fire cannon can be fun, but I'm supposed to be happy with what I've got here. No, you don't. Oh, there's our portal. Yeah, see, like that. Autos consume all secondary skills. Well, that's upper limit, but it also increases my damage. Oh, let's go take on that elite. Oh, hello chest. What do you got for me? Normal box. Sure. Arms dealer. Damage resistance whenever I... So I get 10 base and 30% for 10 seconds every time I consume 100 ammo. It'd be great if I had a weapon that had, well, anything more than 1 or 9. But I don't. Let's do it. Oh, there he is! American Lobster! Ow. You see? Even when you're insanely overpowered, things will still find a way to see what have we got. You have Gemini. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll take this just because I like the inscription of increased explosion with what is essentially a rocket launcher. Because the way this thing works, fire it, reload on time, fire it, reload on time. And the reload on time gives it extra damage and just generally shortens the reload period. Alright, what do you got for us? Match for Clashman. Acquired weapons always have 2 inscriptions. Empty. No. Give me that. Give me empty bonus. Because I think you can technically cheat that with weapons that only have 1 ammo. Yep. If you look down in the center left bottom area, that little green magazine every time I fire, which means every time I fire, I have 6 seconds to fire again to do additional damage. Because as far as it's concerned, I'm reloading. Oh no, you don't use it forever. I know you're a thing for it, but I don't. Still can't etch you with a Gemini inscription, which would be nice. But I can't, but I'm also not going to switch it out because I love that golden bow a little too much right now because it does so much damage. I mean, seriously, it is one-shotting most of the basic enemies. I love it. And they're buddies, because it does explosion damage, essentially, if I get a critical. Okay! I think something's a little broken. Come on, that's the other asshole. You see, if you miss the reload window with that, it takes more time. I'm really hoping the boss at the end of this is not the Abyssal Serpent. Because that thing is annoying to fight if you don't have a full team. And I don't have a full team of boss. I have handicapped myself with just one. Yeah, the Brigader's kind of nice, but not really something I'm going to use right now because I like having my 6 seconds of extra damage. Secondary skill charge, yes. Oh god damn it is the Abyssal Serpent. It's one of the worst bosses in the game. Mostly because I don't know how to dodge a bunch of its attacks. Alright, Craftsman. I'm going to enhance that again. Go to you. What do you got for me? It was picked up, directly refills the magazine. Doesn't really matter, but that is fun. This is a fun one. Upon being hit or taking damage, yes. I'm going to need that because I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. Yeah, you asshole. Long time that attack got me. Nope, nope, nope. Yes, I am stupid. How are you not dead? Really? How's that side that he has a sword home? outside the circle. That's still getting fast. Down. You know what? Yes. Oh, there's the little guy I love. Starfly. Oh, I love this little guy. So this is the one I was talking about. It's the auto-fire, auto-targeting one. And he is so much fun. He's just a cute little guy. Alright, we'll go to the next one instead of going back to the bar. But I will heal. Okay, you guys see why I love this little guy. Because auto-firing, auto-targeting, AoE impact, and he automatically homes in on whatever target it is. There you are. Randomly get 2 undiscardable scrolls. What do we got? Rampage time and hidden transaction. What do those do? Okay, hidden transaction. 33% chance when it hits a weapon by 1 extra level. Always nice. And after entering the stage, 40% primary cooldown. There it is. And this has the same thing. It does hone in on enemies. I'm just not going to use it. Let's see. You guys don't have any elemental. Skill resource cap. Plant spores. Plant spores on hits is it'll work. It's not really a visual thing, but it does do additional damage. But both weapons need to have the same inscription for it to activate. That's what a Gemini inscription means. So now, everything I have is +10. Which makes the Foundry kind of stupidly overpowered. Remember, this thing has a chance to one-shot most basic enemies now. Guy means I can actually focus more on dodging than anything else. And I just love how cute he is. certain I am not going to be able to. It depends on which boss I get into this. But one has a timer at the end. And his shields go full. I don't think I had the firepower to drop that thing immediately. Then a very, very short time span. There we go. Chance not to use any ammo when reloading. Always fun. There's normal inscriptions, yes. What do you got? Okay, sticky ball damage. I'll take that. Remember, it only does the critical damage if it hits the weak spot. Anywhere else it actually does some damage. Oh, fuck off, monkey. Flying saucers are really annoying because they heal and buff the enemies, so they are a priority target as soon as they show. Fuck out of here. Hey, you, what are you hitting me with? What do you have? You have a woodpecker. Why are you trying to shoot at me? Oh, right. At this point in the game, you can only choose one. The other two are locked down. And that one will always be randomized. All the money I can. Monkey, monkey. There we go. Which is 30 additional damage done. And I guess that's a 13. So it does even more base damage. Okay, what's pinging up here? What do you got? Probably reload you. No, you're good. Yeah, no. I do think it's a timing thing for when this thing decides it's going to kind of be its ultimate. Also, it's kind of funny that my dragon's still firing, he's still just following me. All thanks to this little guy. I love him. Corrosion damage and immune to the negative effects of it. Well, I don't have a weapon that can use that. See, this would be great. This Gemini is one of my favorites. If you have two weapons that share this inscription, and they have two different elements, they will occasionally use both elements at the same time. But I'm not using that. Okay, it is the Polar Monarch. Let's go, puppet. Gonna need you to be useful. That dash cooldown would be very nice, but no. Oh, and the drift shard's real fun. When it's at full, it'll just unlock at a swarm of homing arrows. And that's just... Okay, now it's the hard one. Oh, didn't do nearly enough damage. And now he's overpowered. How fast it went down after that one. Yeah, he buckled me. 15 down. Yeah, I got a little fucked up there. And now you can use the jade to upgrade all your trees and stuff, which is really nice. But definitely the main things you need. Where is it? You want big box. The ability to break volts, of course, you can't do it right off the bat. And Golden Touch allows you to recycle, so you do want that. And where is... Yeah, total enhancements +1, so that goes from 2 to 3. Gemini inscriptions. So I'm going to upgrade elemental armor. That's actually the entire tree. I've been playing for a long while. To a true hero I actually do know how to play very well. We're going with Lee. We're going to switch you to someone who does very nice things. And for the hell of it, throw in another teammate. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with it. We're gonna put it at Billy. What do you got? Star Ring, Prism. Use that. And like I said, we have to restart at the beginning with nothing because it's a roguelite. And you could also tell the enemies now have special standings, like special enemy types. And armored agile. That's one thing I do love about these little throwing knives. They bounce everywhere. No. Because we already have some deals decay damage. Two assumptions I really need with her are the ability to call down my fireballs with every shot that hits an enemy, and then upgrading my energy ability down there, because it eventually turns into a powerful fox. I didn't read what that did. Upgrade tests offer multiple options. And it becomes destroyed after 6 of those chests. So that'll be interesting. Energetic Spirit, Fiery Heart. Yeah, we'll go Spiritual Flame. Oh, I'm gonna be greedy because they're useful. What do you got? I'll take the first roll. And a legendary skip box. No, I'll take them all. What do you got for me? Feeding monster, double ammo capacity, and tactical reload. Okay, so manipulation is fun because it will have monsters attack other monsters. Oh, door closed. So now the heavy crossbowman is busy attacking his teammates. Eat it. Hitting an enemy, a 10% chance to deal even more damage. Yes. Percent true damage. All you two. Yes, I will take this. It's a sniper. Well, cute. And it causes bleed damage. The enemy will do damage to itself over time, which is always nice. Well. We'll enhance the spiritual flame, so we have more of it to use, and we get some more back. Okay, I'm taking that. This as nice as that is, I'm using a fire build character. And innately she has that enhancement to all fire damage. Unfortunately, that does not translate to an immunity to fire. So I'm still lighting myself on fire every time I run by those things. Like minute or two. Oh, it's you! So this guy puts out a whole bunch of little clones of himself. But if you can kill the correct one within the time limit, he drops a bunch of goodies. Like, you'd think it'd be easy to figure out which one it is. But, no. Yeah, we didn't get him in time. Lightning damage. I'll take that. Set move speed and damage, but 300% shield reset time. Nah. And what are they gonna do like with this gun? Lightning ball. So we have two weapons that use the same ammo type, which is a very bad idea. But like I said, this weapon is fun because it zaps everything on its path. Can go back and grab that other weapon. We haven't changed state. And we'll take all of those. And take it all has now been destroyed. So we have strategic advantage, silver medal starts recharging whenever I kill an enemy. Nice. And hidden treasure. So now I get copper out of everything I destroy. Well, every normal thing I destroy. That's right, I left it in here. Died. Yeah, I did. Okay, I guess I can't get it back. Ah, well. I'll just buy another weapon from the merchant. Accurate crush. More damage when it hits one enemy. Base damage. There we go. Recover 3 enemies, defeating enemy with fire damage. That energy powers my little fireball down there. A lot of fun as well. One reason this thing is a lot of fun. Homie! Fire slower when it's not. Nice. 3 stacks every 30 seconds for 3 seconds. Sure. Hi. You're gonna upgrade this for me. There we go. Alright, give me that ammo. Give me all that copper. Give me all that money. Trying recovery after not taking damage for 5 seconds. Regenerate 5% every second. On the house. Yes, on the house is nice. First thing I buy from the peddlers for every peddler. So every peddler gives me one freebie. Has fire! Damn it. Getting my fire spouts. Oh, there's the peddler. Alright. Yes, deal additional damage. Lightning damage. 10%. Alright, take this. And as for this, +1 stack each type the weapon is activated. Increase explosion. Forged, flare calling. Yes, when I hit a damage. When I hit an enemy, it calls down a fireball on him. And then there's this guy who's actually a lot of fun to fight. What do you got for free for me? Extravagant. Not useful. That is. Now this is at 160. If I really got the scroll I really wanted with this, I would essentially have a machine gun of death. And it could not be stopped. energy. Or 3 energy when hitting with laser meteor. Start of hour is alright. It's not great. Oh, you're fun. I'm taking that. So this thing does homing attacks. And it's a harp, which is kind of fun. Let's go ahead and get health back. Fully charged up, it releases an explosive. Whee! It doesn't really explode exactly. It does. Do a lot of damage. Empty bonus. Free choice. Provides one opportunity for all 3. Yes, we'll take that. Just because I like the big hippo so much more. It's a very fun weapon to use. I mean, it's a chain gun. Who doesn't love chain guns? And it's a good edge further. Nope, you aren't taking any of mine out. Remember, I get a bonus for killing enemies with fire damage. Let's see what you got. Endless wildfire is nice. Additional damage. They can burn effect mark. Enough stacks immune to damage. Oh right, we do it. This is one of the they're essentially goblins. no way over there. Go away. Got it. Well, if you have extra copper. Because money is always nice to have. I'm essentially just playing a steel guitar and then blowing things up with burn. Alright, let's go back to that craftsman. Because we can upgrade this again now. For his third attempt. Enhance more. There we go. Now it's good to go. I do like the just the general look of this game. It's 6 years old. I think this game came out in 2020. Yeah, having even just additional dots throws in a lot of enemies. go. Oh, hey, Peddler, what do you got? I do not have the same weapons as a teammate. Tracker's kind of fun to use. I'm not going to because I have the big hippo. There it is. Every curse scroll you own, plus 25% weapon and skill damage. And I will also take no treat. Don't treat. Cool as those are, not really after those. And we got Deft Hands, Nair Strike, Boundary Blessing. Oh! Yeah, I'll take them all. Creature's been destroyed, but I got a whole bunch of goodies. Okay, I need... There it is. Evolving. Firefox Blessing. So now, I can charge it up even further and do a lot more damage. Well, like, do more damage. I think it needs to be also you can get. laser on a sniper rifle. I mean, yeah, it's great for us to see where they're aiming, but still. Like, you would think just, like, in terms of generalness, you wouldn't want to do that. Okay, let's do rouge around the corner over here. Remember, the meteors do extra damage if it hits a singular target. Essentially means every time my meteors drop on one target, they're doing extra damage, regardless of if I cast them. Yeah, I can't etch this thing anymore. I would love to be able to. I bet I can just keep upgrading it. Cast Blazing Meteor again, now does 100% extra damage. Yeah, I'll go with that. Oh no. Oh no. I do not like this guy. Alright. And we go against the worst area at this, because I do not like this asshole. There'll be a lot of wind issues. And a lot of twisting. That's what he does. surprised at how well that went. No, it all came over here. Scroll enhancer. I'm cycling. Randomly enhance another one I'm holding. I had a chance to destroy it. Fine. There it is. Could evolve a second time. That's what I was after. So now... Fox! I am very happy with that. Alright, back to the village. But that is where we are going to call it tonight. I can quit and go back to the lobby. And I got Rejoice, which I think nearly completes all of the Cult Scrolls. I'm missing... Yeah, I need Lightning Grenadiers with Elemental. And I need to kill another Elite Corrupted Monk. Kill with a crit. And kill Elite Horse Heads. More. Kill the Ichthyosaur Offspring one more time on Elite. Elite Catfish Warriors. So let's see. Where is... Well, this one's pretty fun. Let's see if I can find my favorite combination. Where are you? Besides Foundry Blessing, because Foundry Blessing is just fun. Where is it? Still need to do that. So ammo capacity doubled. Putting that with bullet bank, all picked up ammo would automatically convert to the type you're using. Those two together, plus I can find it. there it is, Advanced Depot. Use reserve ammo first. So, increase damage. So you want Advanced Depot. Then all the way back up here. I gotta figure out where it went. There it is. Ammo belt, reserve depot, and bullet bank. Those three together will make your weapon nearly impossible to run out of ammunition. You can just continue firing, especially if you have the chain gun. Then it just goes crazy. It is so much fun to work with those three if you can get them. And all these with the stuff for this season. The next season should be coming around pretty soon. But thanks to everyone who joined in. Thanks to the 12 viewers. I'm more than happy with that. So thank you for showing up. Too bad Red didn't show up tonight. Maybe next time. But hope everyone who did watch had a little bit of fun. And I will talk to everybody later. Have a good night, everyone.